So this week's Devo is actually based off of my all-time favorite TV show, and I'm honestly pretty nervous to share it with you guys because I know how you guys are. Just like everything else I share with you guys, you're gonna make fun of me for it. But I don't care. My favorite TV show is Smallville, and if you don't know what that is, it's a really cheesy TV show that came out back in 2000, and it had like 10 seasons, but it's all about how Clark Kent becomes Superman, and it walks you through that whole journey, which I think is just super cool, but you guys probably will make fun of me for it. Who cares? And so as I was praying the other day, I was like, God, why do I like this show so much? It's corny at times and it's pretty cheesy, so why do I like it? And I think I figured out why. The whole series is all about how even though Clark is Superman, he's got all these abilities, he's able to do all these things, it's still not enough. It's still not enough for him to hit or achieve the standard that he places for himself, right? And I was thinking about that a lot, especially after this Sunday, because this Sunday we spent some time in the small group that I was in, just talking about standards and how we not only do we have standards for ourselves, but we also set standards up for other people. And usually those standards are almost impossible, right? Like they're standards that we can't even achieve, or other people can't even achieve. And sometimes other people don't even know that we have those standards for them, and that causes conflict, that makes things difficult. So I was thinking about this, and I realized that's a dangerous place to be. Having standards and then knowing and constantly trying to achieve these standards and failing, man, that can really drain you. That can make you feel all sorts of type of ways and put you in a bad position, right? And when you read the Bible, if you're honest, you realize right away that there is a standard in the Bible. The Bible is clear about how we should live our life. It tells us that we're called to live greater. We were created to live differently, and most of us, if you read the Bible, you know, there are issues. Like we mess up, we trip up, right? There are things that we are not doing correctly, and that bogs us down. That causes us to not really feel great about ourselves, and you know what? I really, really have been trying my best to get this Devo out to you guys because I want you to know that standard that seems impossible, it is impossible. It's a standard that you can't even achieve. I love this TV show so much because even though Clark has all these superpowers, right? He's able to fly, he's able to jump super high, he's extremely fast, extremely strong, right? He can shoot fire from his eyes, see through things, right? He's got all these abilities, and yet there are times where he can't even save himself. And with our lives, it's the same way. We can't achieve those standards. A lot of times, we can't do those things. And in the Bible, Scripture's clear. God gave us a standard, and we don't make it. We failed so often, and all the people before us, they failed, that God had to get into the mix, and He had to do what He did. Jesus had to achieve that standard because He knew that we couldn't. Jesus died on the cross because He knew that none of us were worthy enough to achieve the standard that needed to be achieved. He knew we didn't even know how to do it. And so He did it for us. And just like sometimes we set standards up for other people without them knowing, there were standards and parts of Scripture that we didn't even know about that was causing us to go through pain and suffering. And Jesus knew that. And so He came here to demonstrate what it looks like to live the life that God wanted us to live. And so I say that all to say, man, I hope that you don't get caught up in someone else's standards for you. And I hope that when you look at the mirror, you see what God sees. God doesn't look at the mirror and then see this list of things that you weren't able to do today, that you messed up yesterday. And when God looks at the mirror, when God looks at you, He sees Jesus. He sees everything that Jesus did for you. And because of what Jesus did, when we accept Him, we achieve that standard. He does it for us. He's already done it for us. We're saved. That's the whole gospel, And so I wanted to share that with you guys. And I also wanted to ask, what's your favorite TV show? And I hope you find the courage to be honest. And even if you're nervous or scared that we're going to make fun of you, you'll tell us what your favorite TV show is. And so, guys, I love you guys. I'm so grateful for each one of you guys. And I can't wait to dive into some of our discussions tonight and this Sunday. I hope you guys have an awesome week. I'll see you soon.